I am sure you were thinking about 10 different things when talking about underrated skills to have when it comes to bringing in new clients in your creative business. However, there is one that stands out to me because I find it can be very useful when used right. Yes, today I'm talking about empathy, the most underrated tool to attract and onboard new clients. Why do I say this though? One of the necessary things in any type of business is onboarding new clients and keeping the ones you already have satisfied. In the creative freelancing world though, most of us have to wear many different hats to be able to run our businesses properly. I'm sure that some of you are already very skilled at this task in hand, so if you have any input or how you do it, feel free to share it in the comments below and let's learn together. In my case, the commercial part of the business has kind of been a struggle for a long time. However, when I discovered that I could use my empathy to sell more, a huge door opened. As creative freelancers, we use empathy all the time to create, whether that's to create a story, to make a client feel comfortable in front of the camera, to get to know the real feelings a commercial should convey. Well, you can do the same to gauge the energy and the vibe of a client and adapt yours to match them. I just recently learned this technique, but apparently in neuromarketing, one of the techniques to sell more is to match the client's energy for them to trust you and then talk them into buying your products or services. That is all done by empathy and the knowledge of this right technique. Fascinating, isn't it? Well, if you get to understand the position of your client, you'll be able to know information that can be very valuable when it comes to your value proposition or even the negotiation phase. In the first case, you need to be empathetic to understand and know the key problems and pains the client is suffering from, so that you can propose something that will take those pains away. Many times I find myself reading between the lines because maybe not even the client knows what their pains are. It can be a bit daunting, but trust your gut. Also, make sure you ask directly what their biggest headache is and listen to their answer. Many of the answers will be related to whatever your role is in the project, but there are always hidden gems that will point you in the right direction. When it comes to a negotiation phase, being empathetic can be extremely useful to play the right hand at the right time and get the best possible outcome. All of us have soft spots, and as many of you know, sometimes negotiations can resemble a bit of a gambling game. For that reason, it is in your best interest to gather as much information as possible before the negotiations begin to prepare them as best as you can. Be careful being too empathetic though. Like everything in life, this is also something that works best when at balance. One of the biggest risks, which I am guilty of, is becoming too soft and letting your emotions play against you. How does this usually happen? Well, I can speak of two main ways. The first one is finding people's stories and soft spots and letting the savior complex take your place. This time the risk is to, instead of using the information to get the best outcome for both or yourself, is making their wishes a priority. Don't get me wrong though, I love helping others, and if I can help in any way, I most likely will. It is just that a lot of the times this happens, it can be easy to forget about your priorities and make that into habit. This second risk I see of being too empathetic is getting so empathetic that the relationship turns into a personal one, which can make the commercial part a bit more difficult. This, of course, depends on the person or people in front of you, but in my experience, some people don't have the emotional tools to deal with a personal and commercial relationship at the same time. In several cases, clients I have gotten close with are the ones that have breached contracts, abused the help me card by doing, can you do this for free? And many more things. I just think it is smart to observe your emotional state and keep it in check, not to harm you. In general though, being an empathetic person will make your life a lot better overall, I believe. In a weird way, I feel like empathy will give you the resources to understand the world we live in much better so that you can adapt to it. I hope you found any of these points helpful. If you have any other underrated commercial tools, tell us in the comments below, and feel free to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you liked the video. As you know, it really helps me to keep these videos coming. Also, check out this video where I talk about what I learned from dwelling on my mom's passing. And for those who stuck until now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.